Hello and welcome to another Career Tips video blog. We are following on from last month's How to Come Across Well in an Interview. This time we've got top tips on how to ace interview questions. There are many different approaches to interviewing, but in this blog we'll cover the basics and the classic questions that come up time and time again. The biggest piece of advice I have before you even start practicing is do some thorough research on the company and know the job description inside out. The first question that usually gets asked is, what do you know about us? This is why it's paramount that you do your research. Key facts like when they've been established and how many employees they have are a good starting point. But don't just sound like you're regurgitating their website. Look at their social media pages and see if they've been in the news. Have a good Google. Try and get a feel for the company and tell them what you think their ethos is. Maybe even drop in the part about why you'd like to work for them. The interviewer will then likely go through your CV with you. Here's where knowing the job description comes in handy. Link your experience back to the job description as much as possible. The closer the match, the more qualified a candidate you are. If there's anything specific in the key requirements for the role, make sure you address those, and especially if you've done them in your previous roles. Your reasons for leaving are also very important. Clients want to see commitment from you. If you've left a job after a short period of time, explain the circumstances and keep it positive. Sometimes short and sweet is all you need. Don't get tied up in knots trying to explain. Your strengths, instead of just listing off adjectives, try and say where you have learned the skill, why it's beneficial in the past and why it's beneficial to the employer. Again, link it back to the role as much as you can. Weaknesses are tricky. Try not to say anything that's going to be a direct problem for the role. For example, saying your attention to detail is poor when applying for a data analyst position just isn't going to cut the mustard. Think about weaknesses and how you've overcome them, or how they could actually be beneficial. Turn it on its head and wrap up with something positive. You may also be asked why the role is important to you or what you like about the company. This will be very personal to you, and this is why the initial research on the company is very important to do. Showing your passion here is key. We've covered some of the basics here, but you never know what could come up in an interview. Everyone is different. These are some of the key tools you need to succeed. As always, Dovetail are here to help, so if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch and keep an eye out for our next Career Tips video next month.